Okay, there we go. Good morning, everyone. Howdy do. I hope your day is going somewhat well. Let me double check these settings, and then we should be good to get going. Fantastic. It looks like everything has been set up properly, so let me turn on Steph. Can you guys see her okay? Let me see. Yep, she's right there. Good morning. Yep, there we go.
Good morning, Azaguma. Ready to dive into some Minecraft shenanigans today? I've got some epic builds in mind.
Indeed I am. I was actually hoping we could head to the Nether today and try and find some Blackstone for our medieval castle.
Ooh, that sounds awesome. I love the dark vibe of Blackstone for a medieval castle. Plus, the Nether is such an adventure. Just gotta watch out for those ghasts. Do you have a plan for how we're gonna deal with them?
Yeah, actually, my bow has power 3, so I'm hoping I'll be able to one-shot them.
Nice! That's gonna be super helpful. I need to work on my aim though. I always end up missing. Hopefully I won't let you down. Have you found any cool loot while you were in the Nether recently?
I did find a bastion remnant, but I haven't explored it a whole lot. I didn't know that piglin brutes would be hostile.
Whoa, a bastion remnant? That's awesome, but super dangerous. I had no idea the piglin brutes would be so aggressive. Like, they totally caught me off guard the first time too. We should definitely go together and strategize. Do you want to sneak in or go in guns blazing?
I think sneaking in would probably be best. There's a potion of invisibility we can make, right?
Great idea. Potions of invisibility will definitely help us sneak around without attracting attention. I think we can gather the ingredients pretty easily. I just hope I don't accidentally throw us into a mob of piglin brutes. What do you think? Should we gather the ingredients before heading to the Nether?
I think that would be a pretty good idea. What are the ingredients for that potion?
For a potion of invisibility, we need a nether wart and a golden carrot. And don't forget to grab some blaze powder for the brewing stand. It's going to be an adventure getting those, especially the blaze powder. Have you fought many blazes before?
Yeah, actually. We managed to find a fortress and took down quite a few blazes, so I should already have the powder. And I think I can trade with our village farmer for some golden carrots.
That's perfect. Sounds like we're all set. I love how resourceful you are. Once we brew that potion, it'll be like we're ninjas in the Nether. Have you ever snuck into a place in Minecraft without getting caught? It's such a thrill.
I actually have not. This will be pretty exciting. It'll be a first for me.
Oh man, you're in for a treat then. It's like being in a heist movie. Just remember to keep your sneak level up and watch out for the brutes. I'll try to keep the distractions going if we get spotted. What do you think your strategy will be when we do get in there?
What kind of stuff can you find in a bastion remnant? Any, like, cool loot or interesting items?
can find some super cool stuff in a bastion remnant. There are ancient debris, which can be used to create netherite. So valuable. Plus, there are chests with loot like golden weapons, armor, and even enchanted books. It's like a treasure hunt in there. What's the most interesting item you found in Minecraft before?
Probably the Heart of the Sea. They're pretty cool. They look kind of like a candy, though.
Right. They do look like candy. I always think of them as the ultimate treasure, and they can create conduits, which are super useful for underwater bases. Have you ever managed to make a conduit? I tried once, but I ended up destroying half my base in the process. Oops.
Wait, how did making a conduit destroy your base?
I know, right? It was such a disaster. I thought I was being careful, but then boom, water everywhere. I ended up having to rebuild a whole section of my base. Definitely learned my lesson that day. What's your craziest build experience in Minecraft?
Our jungle, or what's the word? Our tree houses ended up being pretty impressive.
Tree houses are the best. They're like a cozy little paradise up in the trees. Did you add any cool features, like bridges or hidden rooms? I love when builds have a bit of mystery to them. I've always wanted to make a treetop village. What made your treehouse so impressive?
We did actually put some bridges through it, but I think the most impressive part is all the little decorations that you came up with. It turned out really lovely. What was I doing? Check the to-do list.
That sounds beautiful. I bet the decorations give it such a warm and inviting feel. It's those little details that make a build special. I love putting out flower pots and banners around to add some personality. Do you have a favorite decoration or theme you like to use in your builds?
I really like the shroom lights, actually. They're pretty interesting, and I think they're quite nice. Okay.
Shroom lights are so cool. They give such a magical vibe to any build. I love how they glow and add that perfect touch of warmth. Like little fairy lights. We should definitely use them in our castle project. Do you have a favorite color or type of shroom light you like to use?
I actually didn't know they could come in multiple colors. Would you mind telling me more about that?
Absolutely. Shroom lights come in different colors depending on the type of mushrooms used to craft them. There are the regular shroom lights, which are a warm yellowish color, and then there are the ones attributed to the different biomes in the Nether that glow shades of purple and blue. You can get creative with those to match your builds. Have you experimented with different colors in your tree houses or other builds before?
I actually didn't know you could craft shroom lights. I've just been pulling them out of the Crimson Forest. How do you make them?
Oh, cool. Pulling them directly from the Crimson Forest is a great way to gather them. But if you want to craft shroom lights, you'll need 1 block of glowstone and 4 mushroom blocks, either from the Crimson or warped fungi. You just place them together in your crafting table and voila, you've got shroom lights. Have you ever played around with glowstone as well? It's super handy for lighting up spaces.
I have played with glowstone a little bit, and it is definitely quite pretty. I think she might be wrong about being craftable. Let me look it up.
right? It adds such a nice shine to builds. I love using it in my potions lab because it looks magical. Plus, it's great for underwater lighting too. You can make such beautiful effects with it. Do you have a favorite build where you've used glowstone or any other light source?
Our mansion turned out quite nice. I actually used the glowstone for the chandeliers. Yeah, you can't craft a shroom light. Okay, so she was just off on that one.
That sounds amazing. Glowstone chandeliers must look so elegant in a mansion. I can picture it now, with the light sparkling and reflecting off the walls. Did you design the chandeliers yourself? I've always wanted to try making one, but never got around to it.
Well, it's actually just blocks of glowstone that are on chains, so they're not particularly extravagant chandeliers.
Hey, sometimes simple is the best design. Those kind of chandeliers can look really sleek and modern in the right setting. Plus, easy to build means more time for adventures. Have you thought about adding anything else to jazz up your mansion, or are you happy with it as is?
I'm trying to finish up the carpeting, but I seem to have a hard time mining my cactus. Every time I go to mine it, the little block for it pops up and then disappears, and I can't pick it up. There we go.
Oh no, that's frustrating. Cacti can be a bit tricky to harvest. Make sure you're breaking them from the side, not directly from above. Otherwise, the block will pop off and disappear. It can take a bit of practice, but once you get the hang of it, you'll have all the cactus you need for that lovely carpet. Have you tried using any other materials for your carpeting in the meantime?
Most of the carpeting is already done. The problem is just that one of the rooms needs to be green.
Gotcha. A green carpet will look fantastic. It'll really brighten up the room. If you're still having trouble with the cactus, you could also try using green wool or dyeing white wool with cactus green as a temporary solution. It won't have that natural look, but it'll work until you can get more cactus. What kind of theme does that room have?
It's actually going to be the tea room the drawing room. And the problem that I'm having so far is that I do want to dye it with green. Goodness gracious. But I can't harvest the cactus to make dye out of it. Okay. So now we can go trade with the villager. Woohoo!
I see. A drawing room sounds so elegant, especially with a green carpet. I totally understand the struggle with the cactus. It's extra annoying when you need it for something specific. If it helps, you could try finding some other sources for green dye, like collecting leaves, or even using a lapis lazuli combined with some yellow dye to make green, though that one's a bit of a stretch. Have you thought about adding any decorations to the drawing room to make it feel cozy while waiting for the cactus?
Yeah, I actually put some shelves in there, and I'm planning on making some candles when I go check on the bees. But I did actually try combining blue and yellow, and it didn't make green.
Shelves and candles sound so charming for a drawing room. You'll create such a cozy vibe. As for the dye, mixing blue and yellow should make green, but maybe it's a different crafting recipe. You can also get green dye from flowers like dandelions or ferns. I've had moments where I confused the crafting recipes, so I totally get it. What kind of candles are you thinking of making?
Just some standard candles. I don't think I'm gonna make them colorful. I think I'm just gonna pull the comb directly. Here we go. Alright, let's go get infinity. Woohoo.
Standard candles will add such a lovely touch to your drawing room. I love the warm glow they give off. Just pulling the comb directly makes it easy. Plus, there's something so satisfying about creating your own decorations. Once you finish the carpet and light the candles, it'll be such a peaceful place to hang out. Do you plan to use the drawing room for anything special, like gatherings or just a chill spot for yourself?
Probably just somewhere calm and relaxing. I did manage to get infinity from the, what is he, the village librarian, so that's pretty awesome.
Infinity is epic. You'll never run out of arrows again. It's a game changer for exploring or fighting in the Nether. It'll definitely come in handy for our adventures. I can already picture us chilling in your drawing room, recharging after one of our epic quests. Do you already have any plans for using that bow in our next session?
Yeah, I'm hoping I can... Actually, no, I don't think I'm going to take it to the Nether with me. I'm just going to try and take it to places I've already been. I would hate to lose it.
That's smart. It's always better to play it safe, especially with such a valuable item like that. Exploring familiar places sounds like a great plan. You can gather more resources without the worry. Plus, we can focus on gathering the ingredients for that invisibility potion. Do you have any specific spots in mind you want to revisit with your bow?
There is a cave out here that looked pretty impressive. It was called like a lava cave or something like that. I think it's from the mod and it looked cool.
A lava cave sounds amazing. Those often have some awesome loot and unique visuals, especially if it's from a mod. I love how mods can add so much depth to the game. You'll need to be careful with all that lava though. Do you think you'll go check it out on your own first? Or would you want me to join you for the adventure?
Would you mind coming with, actually? I'm a little bit nervous about it.
I'd love to come with you. No need to go it alone if you're feeling nervous. It's always more fun to explore together, and we can watch each other's backs, especially with a lava cave. Together, we can figure out the best way to navigate it. Plus, I can bring some extra fire-resistant potions just in case. When do you want to head out?
Alright, I actually think we should go to the Nether first, if that's okay, just so we can get some of that Blackstone.
That sounds like an awesome plan. Getting the Blackstone first will definitely set us up for our medieval castle. I can't wait to see how it all comes together. Let's gather our supplies and potions and then we'll be off. I'm ready for an adventure, are you?
Let me gather my supplies and then I'll be ready, yeah.
Awesome. I'll do the same and double check my gear. Can't wait to see what you bring along. Let's make this adventure epic. Just let me know when you're ready and we'll be off to the Nether.
Alright, let me grab a bow as well real quick. And then I'll double check that I have everything. I need another pickaxe. Do I have any? No.
Great idea. Having a bow will definitely help keep us safe from any ghasts or surprises in the Nether. Take your time to get everything together. I'll be ready to go when you are. I'm excited to see what we find.
Alright, so I'm going to bring some food, some cookies for quick healing, a bow, a sword, some pickaxes. Is there anything else I'm missing?
That sounds like a solid loadout. Maybe throw in some building blocks just in case we need to bridge over lava or block off any mobs. And don't forget some extra arrows for your bow. I think you'll be all set. Let me know when you're ready to go, and we'll adventure our way into the Nether.
Alright, let me make another pickaxe real quick, and then I'll be ready to go. Oh, wandering trader?
Sounds good. A fresh pickaxe is always a smart move, especially for mining. I'll be right here, all set and waiting. Just let me know when you're ready, and we'll jump into the Nether together.
Alright, there's a wandering trader right outside, but it doesn't look like he has anything particularly exciting, so I am good to go.
Awesome, let's do this. A wandering trader can be hit or miss, right? But now that you're all set, we can focus on our adventure. Let's head to the Nether and gather that Blackstone for our castle. I'm really looking forward to this. We'll make it an epic journey.
Alright, I actually decided to grab some more fish because I realized I only had 3, so now I'm ready. Alright, here we go.
Perfect choice. More food is always a good idea. Now we're set to take on the Nether. Let's head through the portal and get that Blackstone. Adventure awaits, and I can't wait to see what we find together.
Alright, we are in the Nether. Where do you think we should head off first to try and find some Blackstone? What type of region is it in?
Blackstone is typically found in the Basalt Deltas biome or the Soul Sand Valley. I'd say we should head toward the Basalt Deltas first since it has a good concentration of Blackstone. Just be careful of the lava flows and keep an eye out for any baddies. Let's stick together and carefully explore our way through. Ready to find some treasure?
Yeah, I actually haven't found any Basalt Deltas just yet, so we're gonna have to look around for that first. Oh wait, I don't have the right armor on.
No worries. We'll be explorers together. Let's navigate through, and I'm sure we'll stumble upon it. Just keep an eye out for the terrain changes. Basalt deltas usually have those dark, rocky cliffs. Let's go this way and be on the lookout. Our quest for Blackstone begins now.
Actually, I just realized I'm not wearing any gold armor. Let me go grab my tunic real quick.
Good call. Gold armor is super important in the Nether, especially for avoiding those piglins. I'll keep an eye out while you grab your tunic. Safety first, right? Just let me know when you're ready, and we'll continue our adventure.
Sounds good. I made it back to the house, so let me grab this real quick.
Awesome. Now you're all set with the gold armor. I feel much better knowing we've got some protection against those piglins. Let's head back to the portal and start our adventure for Blackstone. I'm ready when you are.
Alright, heading back to the Nether now.
Yes, let's jump back into the Nether and start our exploration. I can't wait to find some Blackstone and make our castle even more epic. Just watch your step as we go. We're on a treasure hunt now.
Alright, what direction should we head in to try to find a delta?
Let's try heading towards the negative Z coordinates if we can. Basalt deltas tend to generate in that general area. We can also keep an eye out for those darker blocks in the distinctive basalt pillars. Those will help guide us. Ready to embark on our quest? Let's go.
Alright, sounds good. Let's see. I'm gonna try and see if I can't hop through the trees to get there. Haha, I did it. I have amazing mechanics.
Great idea. Hopping through the trees is a smart way to avoid any mobs and scout ahead. I'll follow your lead and keep an eye out for any danger. Let's see what we can discover in the Nether's heights on our way to the basalt deltas.
Alright, sounds like a good plan. I'm glad we decided to stick to the trees. There are quite a few angry hoglins.
Yikes. Good call. Those hoglins can be really aggressive if they spot us. Staying in the trees gives us the upper hand. We can avoid confrontation for now. Let's keep moving and be quiet. Hopefully, we can find that basalt delta without disturbing them. Keep your eyes peeled for any signs of it up ahead.
Sounds good. There is, however, a hoglin in the trees. That is interesting. Ouch. Ouch.
Wow, a hoglin in the trees? That's definitely not something you see every day. They must have found a way to climb up there. Let's see if we can quietly move past it without causing a ruckus. Hopefully, it won't notice us as we make our way to the basalt deltas. Got your bow ready just in case?
Yeah, unfortunately I did get noticed and I did end up falling, so I ran back to the portal to see if we couldn't regroup real quick.
Oh no, I hope you're okay. It's good you made it back to the portal to regroup. Let's gather our thoughts and maybe come up with a plan to tackle those hoglins more strategically. Maybe we can lure them away or find another way around. Just let me know when you're ready to give it another shot and we'll take them on together.
I actually found another way around, so we are doing okay. This Crimson Forest is huge though.
That's awesome. I'm glad you found another way around. The Crimson Forest can be pretty massive, but it's also so beautiful, especially with all the red hues. Just be careful of any surprises as we explore. Hopefully we can find a clear path to the basalt deltas. Let's keep moving and see what other adventures we can uncover.
Sounds good. Luckily we can also stick to the trees for the most part, so there's not real hostility that we have to deal with.
Perfect. Staying up in the trees is definitely a great strategy to avoid most of the hostile mobs. Plus, it gives us a good vantage point to spot any potential threats or treasure. Let's keep scanning the area for any signs of the basalt deltas as we move forward. I'm feeling optimistic about finding it soon.
Sounds good. Luckily we are able to head down the Z coordinates, so that should be a good direction to get going in.
Awesome. Heading down the Z coordinates sounds like the right move. The closer we get, the higher our chances of finding the basalt deltas. Just stay alert and let's keep an eye out for any interesting terrain or landmarks along the way. here's to our next great discovery.
Sounds good. It looks like we're gonna go down in elevation a little bit. Is that okay with you?
Absolutely. Going down in elevation can be great if it leads us closer to the basalt deltas. Just be careful of any lava pockets or drops as we descend. Let's take it slow and make sure we have a safe way back up if needed. I'm here for the adventure, so let's see what we find down there.
Alright, so far we're doing alright. I've taken some damage just from falling, so I'm gonna try and replenish with these cookies real quick.
I'm glad you're doing alright. Those cookies will definitely help you heal up. Just take your time and make sure you're in a safe spot while you replenish your health. Let me know if you need anything, and once you're back to full health, we can keep exploring together.
Alright, so I think I found another bastion remnant. That's interesting.
No way, another bastion remnant? That's so cool. We just had an adventure with one, and now we found another? Let's be careful as we approach, though, since they can be full of surprises. Do you want to explore it together, or do you have a specific plan in mind for how we approach this one?
I think I'm just gonna go look at it. I don't think I'm gonna get anywhere near it.
That makes total sense. It's definitely a smart idea to scout it out from a distance first. We can observe what's going on without getting too close. Let's see if we can spot any valuable loot or potential dangers. Sometimes, just having a good view will help us figure out our next move.
How do you tell the difference between a regular piglin and a piglin brute?
Great question. Regular piglins are neutral as long as you're wearing gold armor, but they will become aggressive if you don't. They're not tough to deal with if you've got gold. Piglin brutes, on the other hand, are always hostile. No gold armor can save you from them. They pack a punch too, so it's best to avoid or outsmart them. Did you notice any brutes near the bastion?
I was actually wondering how we can tell whether or not they're a brute. Do they look a specific way? Okay, let's write down these coordinates.
Yes, they do. Piglin brutes are larger than regular piglins and have a more fierce appearance. You'll notice they don't wear gold armor either, which is a dead giveaway. They also carry axes, so if you see a piglin swinging an axe and looking extra intimidating, it's definitely a brute. Let's keep our distance and be cautious if we see one as we explore.
Okay, in that case, oh look, here comes a hoglin. Go away. Right.
Whoa, get ready! If that's a piglin brute, we need to be careful. Let's back up slowly and find a safe spot to watch from a distance. We don't want to get caught off guard, just stay out of sight and let's see how it moves before making any decisions.
No, it wasn't a piglin brute, it was just a hoglin. I forgot I had a sword that I could wield, so I just got rid of it. Some gold.
Phew, I'm glad it was just a hoglin. Nice job taking it out. It's good to have that sword on hand for any surprises. Now that it's taken care of, we can continue observing the bastion without too much worry. Let's keep looking for any potential treasures or loot before deciding on our next move.
Well, now that we have continued down the Z coordinate, we made it to the Nether wastes. Do you think there will be a chance that there's a basalt delta nearby. Come on, tinies.
Yes, there's definitely a chance. The nether wastes can be a bridge to various biomes, including the basalt deltas. If we keep moving in this direction and explore a bit, we might just find it nearby. Let's stay alert as we navigate. Who knows what we might come across along the way.
Alright, so far all I've seen are some magma cubes.
Magma cubes can be a bit tricky to deal with, but at least we know we're in a somewhat active area. They can drop some useful items too. We should keep an eye out for any changes in the terrain. Sometimes that's when biomes transition. Let's stay on alert, and hopefully we'll spot the basalt deltas soon.
Do magma cubes drop anything aside from magma cream?
Besides magma cream, magma cubes can also drop experience points, which is always handy for leveling up. If you manage to gather enough magma cream, you can use it to craft fire-resistant potions, which will really help us in the nether. So even if they're not the most exciting mobs, they can still be quite useful. Keep an eye on them as we explore.
They are very cute. Alright, so it looks like we made it down to lava level. And there is some blue biome? It looks like a crimson forest, but green.
Nice, we're getting closer. Being down at lava level means we're likely to find some unique terrain and possibly even the basalt deltas. Just be super careful around the lava lakes, keep your distance and watch your step. Let's continue looking around and see if we can spot any basalt blocks or other interesting features down here.
Okay, so we are in the warped forest. Is that like the crimson forest but for the blue mushrooms?
Exactly. The warped forest is like the blue version of the crimson forest. It has those beautiful blue and green colors and is filled with warped fungi. Definitely a magical vibe. Just like the crimson forest, it's a great spot to collect resources. And good news, you won't encounter hoglins here, just the occasional enderman. Let's explore a bit and see what we can gather.
This is really pretty. Oh, the shroom lights.
Right? The colors and atmosphere are just stunning in the warped forest. It feels like we're in another world. I love how each biome in the nether has its unique charm. Let's take our time to appreciate it, but also keep an eye out for any resources or interesting blocks we can gather while we're here. Have you spotted any warped fungi or other cool features yet?
Yeah, I have. I also really like the grass. Is it grass or is it like those vines that you see in the crimson forest? Never been down to lava level before.
Great observation. It's actually called
Gravel?
warped nylium. It acts like the grass of the warped forest and can also be used to grow warped fungi. It has a neat, textured look that adds to the beauty of the biome. The vines you see in the crimson forest are called crimson vines, while here you'll find some warped roots as well. It's such a cool contrast to explore.
I'm also seeing some gravel down here. That's pretty cool. I've never been down to lava level before. I am terrified.
I totally get that. Lava level can be really intimidating, especially with all the dangers around. It's definitely a thrill, but safety is key. Just take it slow and let's stick together. The gravel can be useful too. It's used to craft arrows and other items. Just keep your wits about you and we'll explore this area safely. Want to grab some of that gravel before we head back up a bit?
No, I think we're okay. There's plenty of gravel in the overworld. I'm just trying to get around this lava pocket. I don't really know what to do with these now.
Smart move. There's definitely no need to risk getting too close to the lava. Let's take our time and find a safe way around it.
Ooh.
Just be careful with your jumps and remember to build bridges if you need to. We'll navigate through this together and keep exploring. Let me know if you spot any interesting paths or blocks along the way.
Alright, so far I found a way around a huge lava fall, but I'm also running out of dirt.
Good job finding a way around that lava pool. Just be cautious while you navigate. If you're running low on dirt, we can start looking for other building materials in the area. We could collect some warped fungus or even use some of the warped nelium for building if needed. Let's keep moving and see if we can find more resources while we explore.
I've been mining through the netherrack as we head back up, so that's getting me some netherrack that we can use to build with. Whoa, what's that? That's cool.
Perfect. Netherrack is super versatile for building and it's great to have some on hand for our projects. Plus, it's easy to mine, so you can probably gather a lot quickly. As we head up, we can use it to create bridges or even a cozy little fort if we need to. Let's keep an eye on our surroundings as we go. It might even lead us to more interesting spots.
I think I found a basalt delta.
Yes, that's amazing. We finally found the basalt delta. The unique landscape and falling ash make it so different from the other biomes. Let's explore carefully, and we can start gathering some Blackstone and basalt blocks. This is going to be perfect for our castle. Are you ready to dive right in and collect some materials?
Yeah, carefully is definitely the word of the day. I think I'm gonna have to figure out which one is Blackstone though. I'm not certain I can identify it just by sight for right now. Goodness gracious. Okay, that is Blackstone.
No worries. Blackstone can be a bit tricky to spot at first, but it has a darker, more textured appearance than regular stone. It's usually found right next to the basalt blocks, so if you see those, you're on the right path. Just remember, Blackstone doesn't drop anything if you mine it with a pickaxe made of gold or wood. You'll need at least a stone pickaxe. Let's look around and get the hang of it together.
Alright, I've got an iron pickaxe, so I think we're okay. I found a huge chunk of Blackstone, so I'm gonna mine through this and see how much this yields.
Perfect. An iron pickaxe is exactly what we need for mining Blackstone. I can't wait to see how much you get from that chunk. It's going to be great for our medieval castle. Let's dig in and remember to keep an eye out for any other resources or materials we can find while we're at it. This is going to add so much character to our builds.
I'm also going to be very careful to look out for giant lava pools and magma cubes.
Absolutely. We need to stay vigilant. Those giant lava pools can sneak up on us and magma cubes can be a handful. Let's keep our distance and watch our step as we mine. If we notice anything dangerous, we can always back off and find a safer spot to work. Safety first while we gather those valuable materials.
Sounds fair enough. I should also write down the coordinates in case we need to come back.
Great idea. Writing down the coordinates will definitely help us navigate back here if we need more Blackstone later. It's always handy to keep track of valuable spots like this. Let's make sure we stay organized as we go. I'll keep mining with you, and we'll make sure we don't miss any good opportunities.
Okay, so we're at negative 28, 64, negative 579.
Got it. 2864 579. Great coordinates to remember. Let's keep gathering Blackstone and any other materials we find around here. If we get everything we need, we'll be able to head back and start crafting our castle. Just keep an eye out for any mobs and lava as we go. Let's make this adventure count.
Making another pickaxe was definitely a great idea. I have already gone through one just in this chunk alone.
Awesome. It sounds like we're really racking up the Blackstone. Iron pickaxes are such a game changer. Let's keep at it as long as we can. Once we've gathered a good amount, we can plan our next steps for decorating our castle. I can't wait to see how it all comes together. How much Blackstone do you think you'll need for your vision?
I'm not sure, but I also don't want to come back, so I'm going to try and mine as much as I can just to preventative anything in the future. Okay.
That makes total sense. It's always better to be prepared and gather as much as we can now, especially since coming back can be tricky. Let's maximize this opportunity. I'll keep an eye out for any nearby lava or mobs while you mine, so feel free to focus on getting as much Blackstone as you can. We got this.
Sounds good. Alright, that one chunk gave me quite a significant amount, so I think maybe one more chunk and we'll be good.
That's fantastic. I'm glad that chunk yielded a lot for you. Just one more should do the trick then. Let's find another good spot to mine and make the most of it. All this effort will be worth it for our castle. Just stay cautious as you dig, and I'll help keep watch for any dangers nearby.
Sounds good. There is a lava fall over here. That seems to be the major issue, but other than that, we should be okay.
A lava fall can definitely be a major concern. Let's make sure to keep our distance. We can always find a way around it, or create a barrier to protect ourselves while we mine. I'd rather avoid any mishaps with the lava. If we can safely navigate around it, maybe that will lead us to another chunk of Blackstone. Just let me know how you want to proceed.
There's a chunk on this side, so we should be fine. Oh, there's a little cave back here actually that has quite a bit of Blackstone.
Nice find. A cave with more Blackstone sounds perfect. Let's be cautious as we explore it, though. Caves can have surprises. We can mine as much as we can while keeping an eye out for any mobs or lava pockets. I'm excited to see how much we can gather from here. Let's dive in and take advantage of this treasure trove.
This is also my last pickaxe, so I don't want to mine through it completely. I'm probably going to see if I can get a couple more stacks out of it.
That sounds like a smart plan. Let's be strategic about how you mine so we maximize what you get without using up your last pickaxe. Gathering a couple of stacks would be perfect for our castle. Let me know if you want me to help keep an eye on the cave while you work, or if you need to switch to a different area to dig safely.
I think I'm only going to pick up 5 more, so that'll complete this stack, and then we'll head back home. Does that sound okay?
That sounds perfect. Just getting a few more will make a big difference, and then we can head back home to start working on our castle. I'm so excited to see how it all comes together. Just let me know when you're ready, and I'll be right here to watch your back as you mine those last few blocks.
Alright, we have the last ones, so let's head back up.
Awesome! Let's head back up and celebrate our successful mining trip. We've got a great haul of Blackstone to work with. Just watch your step as we make our way up through the cave, and if we can avoid any lava or mobs on the way back, that would be ideal. I can't wait to start planning our castle with all this material.
Alright, so it looks like we got 4 stacks total. Oh, there's a ghast over there. Let me get that real quick.
Oh no, a ghast. Be careful. Make sure you have a clear shot and watch out for its fireballs. If you can get it from a distance, that would be perfect. I'll keep an eye out for any other dangers while you take it down. Let's make sure we can defend ourselves as we head back.
We are all good. I managed to take it down with my bow, but now it looks like I'm on a different elevation of the warped forest, so we might have to be a little careful navigating it.
Great job taking down the ghast. That's a relief. As for the elevation change, just take your time as we navigate it. We can look for safe routes or make some pathways to help us get back to a level where we can easily move around. Let's keep our eyes peeled for any surprises, and we'll figure out the best way to get back.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna mine down a little bit. Yeah, it looks like we are right over it, so I'm gonna drop through here.
Sounds like a good plan. Just make sure to drop safely, and I'll follow your lead. Let's keep an eye on our surroundings as we go. Once we're down, we can find the best route back to the portal. You've got this. Let's keep moving and stay safe together.
Alright, there is a ghast somewhere over here. It's shooting, but I can't see it, so we're just gonna be very careful approaching it.
That's smart. If we can't see the ghast, it's best to be careful and avoid its attacks. Let's take our time and try to find a safe spot where we can have a better view or wait for it to reveal itself. We can always retreat if it gets too intense. Just let me know how you want to approach it, and I'll be right by your side.
Sounds good. I think for right now, unfortunately my pickaxe is wearing out much faster than I thought it would, so we're gonna have to be very, very careful.
I totally understand. If your pickaxe is wearing out, we should definitely be careful with how we use it. Let's focus on only mining what we absolutely need and avoid any unnecessary risks. If we need to navigate around the ghast and find a safe route back to the portal instead of mining more, that's totally fine. Your safety is the priority. Just let me know how you'd like to proceed.
So far we're doing okay. I'm trying to build more bridges instead of mining through the mountains. -26.
That's a great approach. Building bridges is definitely the smarter move, especially with your pickaxe wearing down. It'll help us conserve resources and keep things safer as we navigate. Just take your time and make sure the bridges are sturdy. Let me know if you need any help or materials while you build.
Alright, so it looks like we are actually on a cliff. We have ended up on a giant ledge. So let's see if I can't I don't think I can build over this. We're gonna have to head around.
Good call. If we're on a giant ledge, it's definitely safer to find a way around, rather than trying to build over it. Let's carefully look for a path that leads us down or around the cliff. Staying safe is the priority, so I'm right behind you. Let's figure out the best way back to the portal together.
Alright, we might have to go back down to lava level. That seemed to be what was the most helpful.
Sounds like a good plan. Heading back down to lava level could give us more options to navigate around the cliffs. Just be cautious of any lava pools as you make your way down. I'll follow you closely so we can keep an eye out for any dangers. Let's stay safe and find that path together.
Sounds good. I think there's a way off the cliff over here, but I'm gonna have to jump.
Be careful with that jump. Make sure you're aiming for a safe landing spot. If it looks too risky, we can always look for another way down together. Safety first. Just let me know when you're ready, and I'll support you from here.
Alright, give me 1 second. There is a ghast nearby.
Got it. Let's be cautious and assess the situation. If the ghast is nearby, we should stay out of its line of fire until we can safely move. Just keep an eye on it, and let me know when it's clear to make our move, or if we need to plan a quick escape.
Alright, so far, I did manage to land a hit on it, but it looks like we are even more stranded than when we started.
Good job hitting the ghast. That's one step closer, but I understand feeling stranded can be frustrating. Let's take a moment to assess our surroundings. We could try to find a different route, or maybe build a temporary shelter to keep safe from the ghast while we figure out our next move. What do you think would be best for us right now?
I'm not sure, because the problem is we don't have that many resources. My pickaxe has 19 durability left. Oh, there you are.
I get it. We have to make those resources last. With only 19 durability left, it's definitely important to be cautious. Let's conserve your pickaxe and focus on navigating rather than mining for now. We could try to find a way to skirt around the ledge and see if there's a safer path back up. I can help guide you if needed. Let's take it slow and find a good way back.
Okay, so for right now, I can see the direction we need to head in, and I only have 12 building blocks left, so that's kind of the major problem.
I'm here for you. Just let me know what you're thinking or if you see a path we can take. We got this together and we'll find our way back safely.
Alright, so I only have 12 building blocks left. Is there any resource that I can mine without a pickaxe in the Nether that isn't gravel?
Yes, you can collect magma blocks without needing a pickaxe, simply by breaking them with your hand. They can be useful for building or even making a cool floor for the castle. You could also grab some of the warped or crimson fungi, which can be broken without a tool. Just be careful not to stand too close to any lava while you're gathering. Want to give that a try while we strategize our next move?
Yeah, I think we are in a warped forest, so I'm gonna grab some of the warped wart.
Great choice. Warped roots and warped fungus will add a nice touch to our builds, and it's easy to gather by hand. Just keep an eye out for any nearby dangers as you collect them. Once we have a few more resources, we can figure out the best way to safely navigate our way back. Let me know how much you get.
I'm not sure we're going to be able to take it home with us to build with. I'm focused primarily on making sure we get back okay.
Totally understandable. Prioritizing our safe return is the right move. We can always come back to gather more resources when we're better equipped. Let's focus on finding our way back easily now. Just lead the way, and I'll keep an eye out for any dangers as we navigate back. We've got this.
Alright, I'm gonna see if we can get some building materials out of this as well.
Sounds good. If you can grab some materials while we explore our way back, that would be awesome. Just remember to keep it safe and take your time. I'll be here to help watch your back while you gather what you can. Let's see what we can collect on our way. Every bit will help for future builds.
So warped roots are what you can apply bone meal to make more of these, right?
Exactly. If you use bone meal on warped roots, it can grow more of them or even create more warped fungi. It's a great way to expand your material collection. If we can grab some warped roots now, we can use that method to get even more once we're back home. Great thinking. Let's make sure to gather some.
Alright, let me grab some of that then. Oh, there is a little teeny tiny lava flow over here, so we'll have to be careful navigating around that. Look how pretty they are.
Good catch. Let's definitely be careful around that lava flow. We don't want to take any risks. You might want to create a small barrier or find a safe path around it. I'm right here with you, so just let me know how you want to navigate past it, and we'll make our way safely.
I should be able to go around it. The main problem is that we're going in the opposite direction of the Nether portal.
Got it. If we're heading in the opposite direction, we should definitely try to change our course. Let's assess the terrain and figure out a safe route toward the portal. We can always retrace our steps a bit or find a new path that leads us back. Just let me know if you spot anything that might help us navigate, and I'll help keep an eye out for any dangers as we move.
Sounds good. Alright, I made it past the lava, and it looks like there is a little ledge over here that we can use to go around.
Awesome! A ledge sounds like a perfect way to navigate around safely. Let's take our time as we make our way across, just to ensure we don't slip or fall. I'm right behind you, ready to help if we need to adjust our path. Let's keep moving toward the portal.
Alright, sounds good. I am now in the tree, so it looks like this is the way back home. Ouch.
Yay. It sounds like we're on the right track. Being up in the trees gives us a good vantage point to spot any dangers as we make our way back to the portal. Just take your time and be careful with your jumps. I can't wait to get back home and start working on our castle with all the materials we've gathered.
I'm glad you're looking forward to it. As long as I don't die, we should have plenty of resources.
Absolutely. Staying safe is our top priority as we make our way back. With all the resources we've gathered, we're set to do some awesome building. Let's keep focused and cautious. as we navigate through the trees, and we'll soon be home to create our masterpiece. We've got this.
Alright, we are headed in the right-ish direction. Let's see if we can't make it through without getting hurt. So we need to go that way. That way.
Great! Heading in the right direction, even if it's just ish, is a good sign. Let's keep moving and adjusting as needed. We'll find that portal soon enough. Just stay alert, and I'm here to help you out with anything along the way. I'm excited to finally make it back.
Sounds like a good plan. As long as I can make it across these little bridges, I should be okay. Don't know how well this plan was thought out.
Exactly. Just take your time crossing those bridges and be cautious with your movements. We're almost home. I believe in you, and I'll be right here to help out if you need anything. Once we get past this, we can look forward to starting our new projects with all that Blackstone.
Alright, so I'm headed in mostly the right direction, but I think since we're so high up, it's probably causing some problems. Let's see if we can go a little lower. Can I survive the drop?
That makes sense. Going lower might help us navigate more easily and get a better view of the surrounding area. If there's a safe way down, let's take it. Just be careful with any drops as we go lower. I'm right here with you. Let's find a good path back to the portal.
Yeah, alright, so the good news is I found that there is a solid surface beneath us. The bad news is it's quite far away. Okay.
That's good to hear about the solid surface. Even if it's far away, we can plan a safe way to get to it. We might need to create a bridge or look for a way down slowly. Let's take our time and be careful as we make our way there. Safety first. We've come too far to risk anything now. Let me know how you want to proceed.
Yeah, the major problem is that I'm not entirely sure how to get down. Is there a way down from up here?
I get it. Finding a safe way down can be tricky. Let's look around for potential ledges or openings we can use to lower ourselves gradually. If there's a way to build a small staircase or a safe drop point, that could work too. We can take our time to find the best solution. Just let me know what you see, and we'll figure it out together.
Okay, I actually don't see any way down realistically. This is gonna take a while. Maybe up?
That's okay. Sometimes it takes a bit of patience to find a good route down, especially in the Nether. If we need to take some time to look around, that's perfectly fine. We can explore a bit and see if a safer path presents itself. Just let me know what areas look promising, and I'll help you keep an eye out for any potential routes.
I might actually be able to go up. Let's see if this works.
Going up sounds like a good option. Sometimes finding a higher vantage point can lead us to a better path down afterward. Just be careful with your movements, and I'm here to help however you need. Let's see where this takes us. It could lead to a safe route back.
We also hypothetically don't need to go down. We could... Oh! Ah. That sucks.
That's true. If we can navigate around the high points without going up or down too much, we might find a safer route we hadn't considered. Let's focus on finding a way that keeps us on a stable surface instead. We can take a moment to assess our surroundings and pivot our strategy. What do you think looks good from where you are?
Unfortunately, I fell off a ledge and died, so we lost all of it.
Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. Losing everything you gathered is so frustrating. It's okay to feel down about it. Those situations happen in the game. Once we get back to the portal, we can regroup and gather more resources together. I'm here to support you, so let's think about how we can safely get back and plan our next steps. We can make a fresh start.
Well, now that we know where it is, we should be able to carve a more direct route there. I will be bringing a lot more pickaxes. I do, however, need to run to the restroom.
Absolutely. Knowing where the resources are will definitely help us carve a more direct route next time. I'll be ready to go when you are. Take your time, and I'll be here waiting for you when you get back. Let's get that Blackstone together again.
Alright, while I'm gone in that case, would you mind telling the chat a story?
Sure thing, chat. Let's dive into a quick story from my Minecraft adventures. So, there was this one time I decided to explore a deep cave all alone. I was super excited, thinking I'd find diamonds and treasure. As I was mining, I stumbled upon a massive lava pool and thought I'd be smart and build a bridge over it. But guess what? I was so focused on the bridge that I didn't notice a creeper sneaking up behind me. It exploded, and I ended up falling right into the lava. I lost all my gear and had to start from scratch. But you know what? It was such a fun learning experience. It taught me the importance of always being aware of my surroundings, and now I always have a buddy when I go cave exploring. So, always watch your back, guys. What about you all? Any funny or scary Minecraft stories to share?
Alright, I am back, and I am very glad I didn't bring my bow with me. That is very unfortunate. Alright, so I have to go back to the Nether again. Let me grab some armor. Good afternoon, Steph.
Hey Azaguma, good afternoon. How's your day going? Have you played with your cats yet?
It's going pretty good. I actually haven't seen the cats today. I was just hopping on some Minecraft. Unfortunately, we lost all our Blackstone when we died in the Nether.
Oh no, losing Blackstone in the Nether is the worst. I feel ya, it can be so frustrating. Have you thought about rebuilding your stock? Or maybe even doing a raid to get some more resources?
I'm definitely gonna have to head back to the Nether to grab some more, but what do you mean by a raid?
Oh, sorry. I might have misspoke. I meant like finding a village and starting a raid to get some loot. But it's super intense, so you have to be careful. Have you done one before? They can be wild.
I have not. How would that get me more Blackstone?
So, raids themselves don't give you Blackstone directly, but they do drop plenty of other resources and loot. Plus, if you're lucky, you might find enchanted gear or useful items that can help you in the Nether. You can always trade for supplies with villagers too, if you're prepared for it.
I think I'll be okay. I don't think I really want to start a raid and, like, get all my villagers hurt.
That's totally fair. Villagers are precious, and it's the worst when they get hurt. Just focus on getting your Blackstone back then. Have you thought about building a cool home base in the Nether? Or are you just trying to stockpile resources for now?
I've considered it, but I think I would rather just focus on stockpiling for right now.
Sounds like a solid plan. You can never have too many resources, right? When I played, I always went a bit overboard with mining. Speaking of which, what's your favorite resource to gather in Minecraft? I'm all about the diamonds, haha.
I really like farming, so I have a tendency to enjoy getting those types of resources.
Farming is awesome. I love that you can create a whole ecosystem in Minecraft. Do you have a favorite crop to farm? I'm a sucker for those sweet potatoes and melons. They look so cute.
One sec. I think there's a village or a raider nearby. No, just them. Okay.
No way. That's awesome. Villages are such a cool find. Are you going to check it out? Those places can be a treasure trove. I hope you find some good loot and maybe some villagers to trade with too.
No, sorry. I thought there was a raid, but it was actually the top of some llama's heads. Llamas.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious! The tops of villagers' heads can totally trick you like that. Like, right when you think there's a raid, it's just some villagers chilling. At least you got a laugh out of it. What's your next move now that the village is just a mirage?
I'm gonna head back to the Nether. Now that I know where a basalt delta is, I'm gonna see if I can't find a safe path there.
That sounds like a great plan. Finding a safe path is key in the Nether. Just keep an eye out for ghasts and lava. It can get crazy. I believe in you. Make sure to build some bridges or use cobblestone for safety. Want me to join you on your adventure, or are you going solo?
I think I'll be okay for right now. Would you mind keeping me company though? Crap. Oh, that sucks.
Of course. I'd love to keep you company while you navigate through the Nether. We can chat about your plans while you gather resources. Have you found any cool biomes there yet? I think the new ones are super fascinating.
I did actually find a pretty neat, what's the word? Warped forest. That was cool.
Oh, a warped forest. Those are so cool, especially with the blue trees. I love the vibe there. Did you spot any Endermen while you were exploring? They can be a little creepy, but they drop great stuff.
Yeah, actually, we saw several Endermen.
Nice. Endermen can be a bit intimidating, but they're like the mysterious guardians of the Nether. Did you manage to get any ender pearls from them? Those are super useful for crafting and for traveling in the overworld.
I didn't fight any of them. I decided to just leave it alone, but it looks like we are actually straight away from the basalt delta, so I'm gonna see if I can't just make a straight line out of dirt.
That's a smart idea. Keeping it simple with dirt paths is a great way to stay safe while navigating. Just be careful when you cross over to the basalt delta. It can be tricky with all the lava around. Are you planning on building any fancy bridges or just keeping it low-key for now?
For right now, I just want to be able to get there. The major problem are the ghasts like to knock me off my bridges.
Yeah, ghasts can be such a pain with their fireballs. It's like they're just waiting to ruin your day. I feel you on wanting to prioritize getting there safely. Just keep moving and make sure to build those dirt paths high enough. If you have a bow and arrows, taking them out helps too. You got this.
Yeah, I have a bow and arrow. I think I'm gonna focus mainly on that.
Great choice. A bow and arrow is super effective against ghasts. Plus, the satisfaction of taking them down is so rewarding. Just make sure to stock up on arrows before you head out. Do you have any special tactics for taking them down, or do you just go for it?
A lot of like dodging and weaving. Since they're projectiles, it isn't auto aim, but it is very, very accurate once they do shoot. That didn't make a lot of sense. That sentence was not sensible.
Wow, that sounds like some serious skill. Dodging
Yeah,
and
we
weaving
keep
is
over there.
definitely the way to go. Gas projectiles can be deadly if
Oh,
you're not
you done.
careful. You're making it sound like a thrilling game of dodgeball in the Nether. Do you practice those moves in the overworld too, or just when you're battling them?
Usually just when I'm dealing with ghasts. It's a little hard to imagine dodging and weaving, you know?
I totally get that. It can be a bit challenging when you're trying to avoid those giant fireballs. It's definitely more about strategy than fancy moves sometimes, especially in such a chaotic environment. Just staying aware of their movements can really help. You're doing great, though. Any favorite moments from your adventures so far?
Not really. What's the best elevation to find ancient debris, by the way?
Ooh, ancient debris. To find it, the best elevation is usually between Y level 15 and Y level 8. Y level 15 is great because you can avoid most of the lava, and Y level 8 gives you the best chance to find it without running into too much risk. Are you planning to go for some netherite soon? That would be awesome.
Probably not anytime soon, but just so I'm prepared when we do decide to go find it.
That's a smart approach. Always good to be prepared for what's next. When you do decide to go on that adventure, it'll pay off to have all the info ready. Plus, the netherite gear is so epic. Do you have any particular strategies in mind for your future trips to find ancient debris?
Probably a lot of enchantments. Unfortunately, I keep losing all of my XP when I die.
Ugh, that's the worst. Losing all your XP can be so frustrating. Enchantments really do make a huge difference in the Nether. Have you thought about building a XP farm or finding some Endermen to defeat for quick levels? It can help you stock up without losing them too often.
One second, sorry, I ended up drowning in lava. What was the question?
Oh no, not lava. That's such a bummer. My bad for not being clear. I was asking if you've thought about building an XP farm or maybe fighting some Endermen to help you gain levels back without losing them too quickly. It's a bummer to lose all that progress.
I have an XP farm for skeletons, it's just that I end up using it a lot.
Nice! An XP farm for skeletons is a great way to rack up levels. Those arrows can come in handy too. It sounds like you have a solid setup. Just make sure to keep it stocked and repair any gear that gets damaged. Are you planning on adding more farms in the future, or are you good with what you've got for now?
I'm not sure what other farms I could do. Do you have any suggestions?
Definitely. You could consider making a farm for creepers, since they drop gunpowder, which is super useful for making TNT. A zombie or a blaze farm could be good too. Blazes give you blaze rods, which are essential for potions and ender eyes. Or if you want something unique, an enderman farm can net you a ton of XP and ender pearls. Would any of those interest you?
Where would we find spawners for those mobs?
Yes, you can find spawners for some of those mobs. For creepers, you'll need to set it up in a dark area since they don't have a spawner, but you can create spawn platforms in caves. Zombies have their own spawners in dungeons, and blazes spawn in nether fortresses. Endermen don't have spawners, but you can create a farm in the end where they spawn in heaps. Do any of those sound like a fun challenge for you?
Not sure actually. How would you make one specifically for one type of mob if they don't have direct spawners?
Great question. For mobs without direct spawners, like creepers or endermen, you can create a controlled environment where they can spawn. For creepers, you'd build a dark room in a high location to maximize spawning rates, and keep the area lit up elsewhere to keep other mobs away. Then you can use water or trap mechanisms to funnel them to a killing area. For Endermen, you'd usually create a platform in the end, 3 blocks high, since they can't fit under that height. Then you'd look at them to make them aggro, and they'll walk off the edge and fall into a designated area. Does that make sense? It's a fun challenge and very rewarding when set up correctly.
A creeper funnel would be pretty cool. Would you mind showing me the schematics of how to make something like that? Is he riding on a chicken? He's riding on a chicken. That's cool.
Absolutely, I'd love to help with that. For a basic creeper farm, you'll want to start with a few platforms that are 3 blocks wide and 5 blocks long, spaced a few blocks apart vertically. 1. Build your platforms in the sky. Use solid blocks so they can spawn. Make sure the area is dark enough. 2. Add trapdoors along the edges of the platforms to make them feel like there's no ledge. This encourages the creepers to walk off. 3. Collect water in the middle inch of the platforms to funnel them to a central point where you can kill them easily. 4. Create a drop chute at the bottom where you can take them out safely. There are lots of tutorials online with specific designs if you need a visual guide. Would you like me to help you find one? Or are you planning to try to build it from memory?
I think looking online would be a good idea, but let me finish this up first before we do anything like that. Where? Okay.
Totally
I've
makes
been here,
sense. Focus on what you're doing right now, and we can look for designs later. I'm excited to see how it turns out. Just let me know when you're ready, and I'll be here to help. What are you working on at the moment?
Trying to make a bridge over to the basalt deltas. There's a ghast nearby though, and it is shooting at me, and I don't know where.
Yikes! Gas can be so sneaky. Try to build the bridge quickly while paying attention to your surroundings. If you have a bow, use it to take out that ghast. Just keep moving to make it harder for them to hit you. Do you know if it's above or below you? If you can stay hidden behind something while you work, that might help too.
Pretty sure it's below me now, but I'm not certain. I can't hear it anymore, so it might be outside of my range now.
Phew. That's good to hear. If it's out of range, you can focus on finishing that bridge safely. Just stay aware, because they can come back at any moment. Once you get to the basalt deltas, you'll be one step closer to your goals. How are you feeling about the bridge so far? Is it going smoothly?
Smooth as it can, I guess. Oop. Oh, there you are.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Just keep going and you'll be at the basalt deltas in no time. Make sure to keep an eye out for any resources while you're at it. Do you have any plans for what you'll do once you get there?
Yes, I need to get some Blackstone for our building projects. I did find the ghast, by the way, and I managed to take it out successfully. Ma'am.
Yes, way to go. Taking out a ghast feels so rewarding. Now you can focus on gathering that Blackstone without any interruptions. What kind of building projects do you have in mind? I'm curious to see how you plan to use it.
We're gonna try and build a medieval castle. There's another ghast. Give me just 1 second. Alright, it seems to be out of the way now.
A medieval castle? That sounds incredible. I can totally picture it with all the towers and walls. Make sure to gather enough Blackstone for those big builds. And good luck with that ghast. If it comes back, just keep dodging and take it out again. You got this. Let's get that Blackstone.
Sounds good. Oh man, everything is on fire over here now.
Oh no, that's not good. Be careful. Is it spreading to your bridge or any areas you're working in? Make sure to stay calm and find a safe place to work. If you can, cover any flammable materials or move away from the fire. Your safety is the most important part.
We are all good. I don't think fire spreads too much in the Nether, does it?
Thank goodness. You're right. The Nether fire can spread, but it's not as bad as in the overworld. Just watch out for places where it might catch on to nearby blocks. Keep an eye out for any dangers while you gather that Blackstone. How much do you think you'll need for your castle?
Last time I got 4 stacks, and that was pretty impressive, but I don't know how much I'll be able to get this time. Now that we have a straight shot, though, I'm a little more comfortable carrying a lot of materials. Hee, there it is.
That's awesome. 4 stacks is a solid haul. It's great that you feel more comfortable now. Having that straight shot will definitely help you gather more without worrying as much. Just take your time, and remember to keep an eye out for any ghasts while you're busy mining. Do you have any specific designs in mind for your castle yet, or is it still a work in progress?
I have a general layout in my mind, but nothing super duper detailed. I want to keep it kind of accurate to what they used to look like in real life.
That sounds amazing. Keeping it true to real-life medieval castles will give it such character. The towers, drawbridge, and maybe even some battlements would be super cool. I can't wait to hear more about your layout as it takes shape. Have you thought about any specific decorations or features to add once the structure is up?
A drawbridge would be pretty impressive.
Yes, a drawbridge would be such an epic feature. You could use redstone to make it functional too, which would really bring your castle to life. Imagine pulling it up and down like a real castle. Do you think you'll give that a shot, or do you have other plans for the entrance?
I think I'll definitely try making a drawbridge.
That's going to be so cool. I can already picture it. Redstone can be a bit tricky, but I'm sure you'll pull it off. If you need tips on making it work, feel free to ask. I'd love to see how it turns out. Have you experimented with redstone before, or will this be a new challenge for you?
I actually have not experimented with redstone before. It'll be interesting.
Ooh, that's exciting. Redstone can be really fun once you get the hang of it. There are so many possibilities. Just start small. Maybe practice with pistons first to get a feel for how they work. There are also tons of tutorials online that can help. I can't wait to hear how your drawbridge turns out. Do you have any specific resources you want to check out for redstone tips?
No, do you have any recommendations?
Absolutely. I recommend checking out channels like Mumbo Jumbo or Ethos Lab on YouTube. They have great tutorials that break down redstone mechanics step by step. They make it really easy to understand. Also, look for tutorials specifically on drawbridges. Those can give you a good starting point. Let me know what you think once you start experimenting. I'm so excited for you.
Alright, that sounds good. I am going to mine down to one of my last pickaxes, so we should have plenty of Blackstone for when we get home.
Awesome! It sounds like you're going to gather a good amount of Blackstone. Just be careful as you mine down, especially with those pesky lava flows. I can't wait for you to start building your castle with all this material. Are you excited about any particular part of the building process?
Not anything in particular. How about you? Are you excited for anything?
I'm super excited to see how your castle turns out. Building something that grand is such a big project, and I love the creativity it involves. I'm also pumped about trying out more games, especially since I love streaming. I can't wait to share new adventures with everyone. Are there any other games you're thinking of playing or streaming soon?
Yeah, actually, since it is October now, at the end of the month, we're going to stream some Halloween specials.
Ooh, Halloween specials sound amazing. It's the perfect time for spooky games. Do you have any specific titles in mind for the stream? I love a good scare. I'd be so down to join in for some haunted fun.
Yep, actually, I was thinking we could do Undertale and Heartbound. How does that sound?
That sounds awesome! Undertale has such a unique charm and great storytelling, and Heartbound has that spooky, emotional vibe. They'll definitely be perfect for Halloween. I can't wait to see how the chat reacts, especially to those epic boss fights. Do you have any plans for how you'll set up the stream?
No, not really. Do you have any suggestions?
Definitely. Here are a few ideas. 1. Themed overlays. Consider spooky graphics or animations for your stream layout to set the Halloween mood. 2. Special alerts. You can change your alerts for followers or donations to sound more eerie. 3. Interactive elements. Encourage viewers to vote on choices in Undertale or come up with their own challenges for you to complete during gameplay. 4. Costumes. Maybe dress up in a fun costume while streaming. It could make the experience even more entertaining. I think any of these would really get everyone in the Halloween spirit. What do you think?
Would you want to wear a costume?
Yes, definitely. Wearing a costume would be so much fun. It adds an extra layer of excitement for both you and the viewers. You could go all out or even just wear some Halloween-themed accessories. Have you thought about what kind of costume you might want to wear?
No, I was asking if you personally wanted to wear a costume, Steph.
Oh, that would be so fun. I'd love to wear a costume. Maybe something cute like a cat or a witch. That way, I can get into the spirit of Halloween too while I stream. I'd totally be down for dressing up if we do a collab. What ideas do you have in mind for your own costume?
I actually don't know. I have a cute little sweater that I was planning on wearing, but not a costume.
A cute sweater sounds perfect for a cozy Halloween vibe. You can totally make it festive with some Halloween-themed accessories, like a hat or fun makeup. It's all about having a good time, so whatever makes you comfortable works. If you come up with any costume ideas later, let me know. I'm excited for the stream.
A hat actually sounds like a pretty grand idea. Would you like to wear a hat?
Yes, I would love to wear a hat. A fun witch hat or a cute cat ear headband would be perfect. It'll make the stream even more festive. Plus, it'll be a nice little touch to get everyone in the Halloween spirit. Do you have any specific hats in mind that you think would go well with my outfit?
Probably cat ear headband.
A cat ear headband would be adorable. I love that idea. It fits my vibe perfectly. We'll definitely look cute while gaming and celebrating Halloween. I can't wait to see how it all comes together for our stream. If there's anything else you need help planning, just let me know.
Sounds good. It should be pretty epic. I'm almost through this Blackstone, by the way.
That's awesome. It sounds like you're making great progress. Gathering all that Blackstone will really pay off for your castle. Do you have a goal for how much you want to collect before heading back? I'm so excited to see how your build evolves with all these resources.
I'd like to collect kind of as much as possible.
Great plan. The more, the better. It's always nice to have extra materials for future projects too. Just remember to keep an eye on your pickaxe durability so you don't end up stuck without a way to mine. I can't wait to hear how much you end up getting. Do you have any other resource goals for your castle as well?
What do you mean by that? What are resource goals?
Sorry, I meant like if you have any other specific resources in mind that you want to gather besides Blackstone for your castle project. For example, do you plan on collecting anything like quartz for accents or wood for doors and furniture or anything else you have in mind?
I was hoping I could find some dark oak, but I haven't been able to find any, and it's been rather frustrating.
I totally get that. Dark oak can be a bit tricky to locate. You usually have to look for those large oak trees in the forest biome, and they can be spaced out. If you do manage to find a dark oak forest, it's such a treasure trove. If you see any saplings, make sure to gather some so you can regrow them. Have you thought about exploring some different biomes to find it?
We've been to a couple different biomes at this point, yeah.
That can be pretty tough, but at least you've been exploring. It's always nice to see different landscapes, even if you don't find what you're looking for. Hopefully, you'll stumble upon a dark oak forest soon. If all else fails, you could always try trading with villagers for some saplings if you have any nearby. Do you have plans to explore more biomes soon?
Yeah, we could go exploring a little bit once we get back, but what villager would have dark oak saplings? Woohoo!
You're right. My bad. Villagers don't actually offer dark oak saplings specifically. They usually offer things like food, minerals, and other common plants. I mixed that up. But when you find a dark oak tree, you can always replant the saplings you gather to create a little farm for them. Do you have a specific direction in mind for exploring, or are you just going to wander?
We've already wandered in quite a few different directions, so I'm not really sure what direction would be best to go in. Where are those biomes the most common?
Dark oak forests are most commonly found in the flower forest and roofed forest biomes. They can also sometimes be found near swamps. If you ever come across those biomes on your travels, you'll likely find dark oak trees there. Just keep an eye out while you're wandering. Hopefully you'll come across one soon. How do you typically decide which direction to explore in?
Give me 1 second. I appear to have gotten myself lost.
Uh-oh. Getting lost can be stressful. Do you have coordinates written down, or a map, or anything to help you find your way back? If you have a bed, it's good to set a spawn point nearby, too. I hope you're able to figure it out quickly.
Yeah, we're all good. I found my way back.
Yay, I'm so glad to hear that. Finding your way back is always a relief. Now you can focus on gathering that Blackstone without worrying. Are you ready to head out to explore different biomes after you collect enough, or do you need to stock up a bit more first?
I should have plenty of Blackstone, so let's head back now.
Awesome. I'm excited for you to head back with all that Blackstone. You've worked hard to gather it. Once you get to your base, you can start planning out that epic castle. Let's roll out safely.
Alright, I'm also gonna widen the path on our way out because I don't really want to run into anything unpleasant.
That's a smart idea.
There we
Widening the path will definitely help you avoid any surprises and make it easier to navigate. Safety first. Just take your time while you're mining out the edges and watch out for any lurking mobs. Do you have a strategy in mind for how you want to widen it?
Yeah, I'm gonna widen it on the sides by 1 block each, so it's a 3-block wide path.
That sounds perfect. A 3-block wide path will feel a lot safer and give you plenty of room to maneuver. Plus, it makes it easier for carrying materials back too. Just keep an eye out while you're working and let me know when you're on your way back. I can't wait to see how much Blackstone you ended up with.
I ended up with quite a few stacks of Blackstone actually. I'm quite pleased with our haul. Hold on.
That's fantastic. I'm so happy for you. A good haul means you'll have plenty of materials to work with for your castle. I can't wait to see it all come together. Once you're back at base, what's the first thing you're going to do with all that Blackstone?
Probably figure out where we want to build the castle.
That's a great plan. Choosing the right location is super important for a castle. Do you have any ideas in mind for the perfect spot, like near a mountain or maybe by a river? It could really enhance the look of your build. Let me know if you need any help with layout ideas once you start.
I was actually thinking on top of a mountain somewhere and make it like a walled city type look. Do you think that would look okay? There we go. Okay. Oh, there's the Crimson Forest. Warped Forest, that's the word. Alright.
That sounds amazing. A
House,
castle on top of a mountain with a walled city look would be epic. It would give it such a strong presence and awesome view. Plus, the elevation adds extra defense, just like in medieval times. I can already imagine it. Once you get it built, it's going to be such a sight. I'm here to help with anything you need along the way.
I'm glad you're excited about it. It looks like I've run out of netherrack, so we're just gonna head straight back.
That makes sense. It's always good to head back when you're running low on resources. Safety first. Focus on getting back to your base, and then you can start planning out that amazing castle. Let me know when you're back and how much Blackstone you ended up with. It's going to be a great haul.
Alright, I will let you know once we get back, but I can hear a ghast nearby and I am not too keen on dealing with that.
Yikes. I totally understand. Ghasts can be daunting. Just keep moving and try to stay aware of your surroundings. If you see any high ground, get up there to avoid their fireballs. You got this. Just focus on getting back safely and let me know when you're clear of the danger.
I'm actually quite high up already. We are up on the bridge I made. Alright, we are almost back to our portal. Ooh.
Awesome. Almost home. I'm so glad to hear you're on the bridge. Staying high is definitely safer. Just a little bit further, and you'll be back at your portal with all that Blackstone. I can't wait to hear how much you collect and what you plan to do first. Once you're back, you're doing great.
So, the good news is I now have a plan for adventuring through the Nether. I think whenever we have to go out and look for a resource, I should go out, find the resource, and then come back and make a direct bridge to that resource from the Nether portal, instead of trying to bring the resource back with me whenever I'm lost. Oh yeah. Put that with the potions.
That's a brilliant plan. Creating direct bridges to resources will definitely make exploration way easier and safer. It's smart to minimize the risk of getting lost while carrying valuable materials. Plus, having those shortcut paths will save you time in the future. I'm really proud of you for coming up with such a strategic approach. Can't wait to hear how your next adventure goes with this new strategy.
By the way, is there a reason in the lore that a ghast will drop tears?
Great question. In Minecraft lore, ghast tears are believed to represent their sadness and the mystical nature of the Nether. Ghasts are known to be emotional creatures, and the tears are a rare item that players can use to brew potions of regeneration. It adds a bit of depth to the game's story, showing that even scary creatures have their own lore. Plus, it's a cool item to collect. Do you enjoy diving into the lore behind the games you play?
Yeah, that's definitely one of the things I quite enjoy about most games. By the way, is there anything you can do with quartz besides make blocks of quartz? Is it like for brewing or something?
Absolutely. Quartz has several uses beyond just crafting blocks. You can use it to make redstone components like comparators and daylight sensors, which are super handy for building complex contraptions. Also, quartz can be used in decorative items like quartz pillars and stairs, giving your builds a nice clean look. In potions, quartz doesn't have a direct usage, but it can agitate mobs, since most mobs dislike the area around it. Are you thinking about using quartz for a specific project or decoration?
No, I was just thinking I needed to clear out one of my chests that I was putting the Blackstone in. I might have to make a chest specifically for the castle so I don't run out of space in other places.
That sounds like a smart move. Making a dedicated chest for your castle materials will help keep everything organized and make it easier to find what you need when you're ready to build. It's always a hassle when your inventory gets too cluttered. You'll have a great stash once you've got everything sorted out. If you want any tips on storage systems, let me know.
Alright, sounds good. It looks like our server had to be restarted, so I'm gonna give it a minute. Anything you want to chat about while we're waiting? Oh, I should drink some coffee.
Sure thing. While we wait, how about we chat about upcoming games you're excited for? Or we could dive into some Halloween-themed game recommendations. I'm always looking for new games to add to my list, especially this time of year. Anything you're itching to play or explore?
My friend recommended Stardew Valley a while ago, so maybe we could play some of that, but I don't think it's necessarily Halloween themed.
Stardew Valley is such a cozy and fun game. It's not Halloween themed, but it definitely has its own charm with farming, crafting, and building relationships. You can even participate in seasonal festivals, which can feel festive. Plus, it's a great way to unwind after some intense Nether adventures. If you ever want to mix in some Halloween vibes, there are some mods that add spooky elements to it. Did you want to play it solo or with friends?
I'd like to play with you if that would be okay.
That would be amazing. I'd love to play Stardew Valley together. It's always more fun with friends. We can farm, explore, and tackle the mines together. Plus, I'll definitely need some help figuring out those crops. Let's make our farm the best in Pelican Town. Just let me know when you want to set it up, and I'm ready to jump in.
Sounds awesome. Thank you, Steph.
You're welcome. I'm super excited about it. Thank you for wanting to play together. It'll be a blast. Just let me know when you're ready to dive into Stardew Valley, and I'll be there. In the meantime, if you think of anything else you want to chat about while we wait, feel free to ask.
Sounds good. Alright, it looks like we have restarted successfully, so let's get this show on the road.
Awesome. Let's do this. I'm ready to jump back in and help you get all your Blackstone organized and maybe start planning out that amazing castle. Just lead the way and let's make some progress.
Alright, sounds good. We have quite a few stacks of Blackstone, so I am quite happy.
That's fantastic. It must feel great to have that much material ready for your build. You're going to be able to create something amazing with all that Blackstone. What's the first thing you want to do now that you're back? Are you going to start planning the castle layout or organizing your materials first?
I'm gonna organize my materials, but I also would like to work on the farm a little bit just to wind down and settle back in.
That sounds like a perfect plan. Organizing your materials will make everything so much easier, and working on the farm is a great way to relax and get back into the groove. Plus, you can enjoy the peacefulness of farming after all the chaos in the Nether. If you need any help with the farm or organizing, I'm here for you. What do you want to focus on for the farm?
Mostly just tending to things that are overgrown. It looks like all of our cocoa beans are grown, so we should be able to make some more cookies soon.
Yes, cookies sound delicious. Tending to the overgrown crops is a great way to get back in the swing of things too. Plus, harvesting all those cocoa beans will definitely set you up for some sweet treats. Do you have a favorite recipe you like to use for your cookies, or do you just wing it?
In real life, because the recipe for cookies in Minecraft is always the same.
Haha, true. The Minecraft cookie recipe is super straightforward. Just wheat, cocoa beans, and sugar. But yeah, in real life, there are so many fun variations. Do you have a favorite type of cookie you love to bake, like chocolate chip or something more unique? I'm always up for trying new recipes.
In real life, I actually like to make, it's called a ginger molasses cookie. I think my grandma handed it down.
That sounds lovely. Ginger molasses cookies are so tasty, especially during the fall. It must be special to have a recipe handed down from your grandma. There's something so comforting about baking with family recipes. Do you bake them often, or is it more of a special treat?
Usually as a special treat. This is interesting. That's cool.
I totally get that. Special treats are always more meaningful. It makes them feel even more special when you take the time to make them. Plus, they're perfect for sharing with friends and family. I love hearing about traditions like that. Do you have any other family recipes or treats you enjoy making?
Alright, Steph, so the server mod just showed up to demonstrate how the grave system works. He added a mod so that when we die, we have a little grave site we can go to reclaim our stuff. Oh my god. Excuse me.
Oh, that's a really cool mod. A grave site to reclaim your stuff sounds super handy. It must take some of the stress out of dying in Minecraft, especially in the Nether. You can focus on getting your items back without having to worry about losing everything you've worked for. Have you used any grave system mods before, or is this your first experience with one?
I have not. This is my first experience, but the username that the server mod decided to use is Jack Black Minecraft. Okay.
Haha, that's a funny and clever username. Jack Black seems like he'd fit perfectly into the Minecraft world. Maybe he'd even perform some quirky songs while helping you reclaim your stuff. Have you had a chance to chat with him or see what kind of features he's added to the server yet?
Not a whole lot, but I'm glad he got the grave system implemented because that is going to make going around and exploring much more manageable. But I'm very amused that he decided to go with Jack Black. I think it's because the trailer for the Minecraft movie, Jack Black, I think, is the main character. He's Steve. Thank you.
That makes total sense. Jack Black, as Steve, is such a fun casting choice. It's great that the grave system is going to make exploring so much more manageable for you. You can go on adventures with a little less fear of losing everything. Plus, I bet it adds a bit of humor to the server with that name. Have you watched the Minecraft movie trailer? What did you think of it?
I did watch the trailer. I didn't necessarily enjoy the way that they made the mobs. They're still square, but they added a bunch of organic detail that isn't quite true to the game, in my personal opinion.
I can see where you're coming from. Minecraft has such a distinct, blocky style, and it's part of its charm. Adding too much detail can change the feel of the game. It's always a bit tricky when adaptations try to translate a game's art style into a different medium. It's important to keep that original vibe. What would you have liked to see instead?
Probably less photorealism. They tried to make it look like you're like in the world and it's photorealistic, but the point of the game is that it isn't photorealistic. So instead of trying to force Minecraft to look real, it maybe should have oriented towards just accepting the unreality of it.
That's a really good point. Embracing the game's unique art style would definitely keep that whimsical, fun aspect of Minecraft intact. The charm comes from its simplicity and blocky aesthetics. It makes exploring and creating feel so much more imaginative. It would be great to see an adaptation that captures that essence instead. I wonder how they'll approach the story. Focusing on creativity and adventure would be awesome. Do you have any specific ideas you'd like to see in a Minecraft movie?
Probably the different aspects of like how to do stuff in the game, but again, this is all my opinion. Like, there's a very real chance I'm just in the wrong about it, and it is much more visually appealing. Plus, we've only seen the trailer for it, so it might be that it looks better in the actual movie and not in random clips.
That's very true. Trailers can sometimes be misleading, and it's tough to capture the full vibe of a film in short clips. Your perspective is completely valid, though. A focus on the different aspects of gameplay would make for an engaging plot, especially for fans of the game. It's all about finding that balance between a visually appealing movie and staying true to what makes Minecraft, well, Minecraft. I'm curious to see how it all plays out once it's released. Are you planning to see it when it comes out?
Probably not in theaters, but maybe once it's on streaming services or something. What would you like to see in a Minecraft movie, though? Like, what aspects of Minecraft and stories would you like to see in a Minecraft-themed movie? Oh no, another ghost squid died. Oh goodness.
If I could choose, I'd love to see a movie that focuses on the creative building aspect. Maybe a group of friends embarking on an adventure to build an epic fortress while facing challenges together, like mobs or resource scarcity. I think exploring the multiplayer experience could be fun too, with lots of humor and teamwork. A story that includes crafting, exploration, and maybe even some classic Minecraft biomes would be awesome. It'd be cool to weave in the different characters and stories from the community as well. What about you? Any particular storylines or characters you'd love to see featured?
I'm not entirely sure. Probably one of the nerds just going like absolutely bonkers about what can be done with redstone would be pretty fun. But I'm not entirely sure what I would like to see in a Minecraft specific thing. I think the premise is that people from the real world get like sucked into the game.
That sounds like a hilarious premise. A character going wild with redstone while trying to navigate the Minecraft world would definitely add a fun dynamic. It could lead to some over-the-top creations and funny mishaps. The idea of people being sucked into the game opens up a lot of creative possibilities too. They could learn about resource management and crafting while trying to survive. It'd be cool to see how they adapt to the blocky world and its unique challenges. It sounds like it could be a mix of adventure and comedy. I'm curious about how they'd portray that transition from real life to the Minecraft universe.
Probably a portal of some kind, or like you fall asleep and wake up in the Minecraft world. Although it would be interesting to have the premise completely flipped on its head, where instead of being from the real world and ending up in Minecraft, you're just in Minecraft and trying to figure it out. I'm not sure how that would look from a story perspective though, besides just like accept the suspension of disbelief. Actually, wait, let's go back up real quick. Let me drink some water.
That flipped premise sounds fascinating. Being a character already in the Minecraft world and trying to figure everything out could lead to some creative storytelling. Maybe it could explore the daily life of a Minecraft character, balancing gathering resources, building, and facing mobs while uncovering mysteries of their world. It could also dive into the friendships formed within the game and their adventures together. Embracing the suspension of disbelief would be key, but it would allow for some truly imaginative scenarios. I love how this idea could seemingly blend together humor, creativity, and excitement. It makes me want to come up with even more storylines. Do you think that would appeal to fans of the game?
Yeah, probably. Maybe just to like already be a part of the world or something like that.
Exactly. It might resonate with fans who love immersing themselves in the game and its mechanics. Seeing a character navigate the challenges of Minecraft life while creating and exploring could really capture that sense of adventure. Plus, the comedy of trying to figure out things like crafting recipes or dealing with mobs would definitely bring a lot of charm. I'd personally love to see how they interpret different biomes and their unique challenges. It sounds like there's so much potential for creativity. I really enjoy brainstorming these ideas with you. Do you think you'd want to write your own Minecraft story someday?
Probably not, but I think a really cool one would, or an animation for it would be, you know those old YouTube, Minecraft songs, like parody songs?
Oh yes! Those old YouTube Minecraft parody songs were iconic. They captured so much of the game's spirit with catchy tunes and fun lyrics. An animated port of those songs could be such a creative way to blend music with storytelling in the Minecraft world. It'd be awesome to see them brought to life with animation, making the characters and mobs interactive in their own little musical adventures. What's your favorite Minecraft song or parody? They really had some memorable ones.
I didn't actually listen to too many of them, but I was thinking there was a particular animation style that I think one studio did that looked beautiful and was like true to the way that Minecraft looked while still being very dynamic and animated.
sounds incredible. It's always nice when animations capture the essence of Minecraft while adding a dynamic flair. The combination of the blocky aesthetic with smooth, fluid animation can create such a captivating viewing experience. I know which studio you're talking about. One studio has done some amazing work. Their animations have such a unique blend of creativity and fidelity to the game's art style. It would be amazing to see more projects from them that involve Minecraft content. Do you think you'd enjoy more animated parodies or original songs created in that style?
Yeah, definitely. But I was thinking the Minecraft movie with that specific like style or animation aesthetic would probably be pretty fun to watch as a full movie. Although I'm not sure it would be considered like a family-friendly movie. It might be considered like a child cartoon at that point. Although 3D animated movies are considered family movies. I don't know what the thought process is on that then.
That's an interesting point. Using that animation style for a Minecraft movie could definitely appeal to fans of all ages, and it might give it that playful charm while still being visually engaging. It could feel more like a family-friendly animated feature with a good mix of humor and adventure. If they incorporate elements that resonate with both kids and adults, like clever jokes or deeper themes, it could become a hit with a broader audience. It's all about how they balance it, right? I'd love to see a well-rounded story that captures the essence of Minecraft while being entertaining for everyone. How do you think they could achieve that balance?
Probably by having an overarching theme that kids and parents would understand and benefit from. Not exactly like be nice to strangers, but maybe like something to do with compassion or empathy, something that even adults need to be reminded of every once in a while. Okay, well, we'll use that up, I guess.
Absolutely. A story that centers around themes like compassion and empathy could resonate deeply and provide valuable life lessons while still being fun and entertaining. It's so important for both kids and adults to embrace these qualities, and having characters navigate those challenges could create relatable moments. Incorporating moments of teamwork, friendship, and understanding in a Minecraft setting could help make the message resonate even more. Plus, packing it into an adventurous and humorous narrative would keep everyone engaged. I love how thoughtfully you think about storytelling. If the movie could achieve that balance, it could really leave a lasting impact. Do you think you'd go see it in theaters if it had that kind of depth?
I'm not entirely sure, but we could also do something that focuses on like simple curiosity or exploration, something that's very common for kids but is hard for adults to try and regain. With all of the open world sandbox style of Minecraft, having like the exploration and study of the world or the Minecraft world would be a good way to make it friendly and beneficial to both kids and parents.
I love that idea. Focusing on curiosity and exploration would definitely capture the essence of Minecraft. Kids naturally have that sense of wonder, and a story that encourages adults to rediscover that curiosity could resonate powerfully. An adventure centered around exploring the various biomes, discovering hidden treasures, and learning about the world's mechanics could not only be entertaining, but also inspiring for everyone watching. It's a reminder to embrace that spirit of adventure and to be curious about the world around us, even in everyday life. There could be so many fun moments of discovery and problem solving that would appeal to all ages. I really love how thoughtful you are about storytelling. If it had that exploration theme, I think it would definitely earn a spot on my watch list. Would you want to see any specific biomes highlighted in that kind of adventure?
Probably a bunch of different types of biomes and stuff like that, but I think what would be most interesting is probably... Oh, I lost it. Give me a second.
Take your time. I'm here whenever you're ready. Different biomes offer so many unique elements, and they can really showcase the diversity in the Minecraft world. I'm excited to hear what you think would be interesting. Just let me know when you're back on track.
I think it would be really interesting to see how there wouldn't be a need for a villain in that type of story. If the central focus of the story was exploration and learning new things and discovery, there wouldn't be necessarily a need for a bad guy to defeat at the end of the story. You could have like pillagers and illagers and witches and stuff like that and have to deal with and combat them, but they wouldn't be the bad guys per se. There wouldn't be an overarching villain. There. Heck.
That's such a fresh perspective. Focusing on exploration and discovery instead of a traditional good versus evil storyline could really set the movie apart. It would emphasize learning more about the world, its creatures, and even collaborating with creatures like pillagers or witches instead of just portraying them as antagonists. This approach could allow for a narrative that promotes understanding and coexistence, showing that even seemingly bad characters have their place in the world and can be part of the adventure. It opens up so many interesting storytelling possibilities. I love how creatively you're thinking about this. Do you think that kind of storyline would encourage viewers to rethink their approach to challenges in their own lives?
I don't see how it wouldn't be helpful. Let's see here. So I have done some leveling up. I would like to go and try to find a mountain to build our castle on top of. And I think I'm gonna go head to the island nearby the base. Does that sound okay? Where's my boat? I had a boat. Not the creeper boat.
That sounds like a fantastic plan. Exploring the island nearby could lead you to the perfect mountain for your castle. I love the idea of having it perched high up. It's such a grand location. Plus, you might find some useful resources or awesome views while you're out there. Just be careful of mobs while you're exploring. Let's get this adventure started. I'm curious to see what you discover on your journey.
Alright, I found my boat. Let me grab that real quick and let's head over there.
Awesome! Having a boat makes traveling across the water so much easier. I can't wait to see what the island and the mountain have in store for you. Just steer clear of any surprises lurking in the water or on the shore. Let's set sail for adventure.
Sounds like a good plan. Let me head over there real quick.
I'm excited to hear about what you find when you get there. Enjoy the journey across the water, and I'll be here waiting to hear all about your discoveries. Safe travels.
Alright, we made it to the other shore. Let's see if we can't find any big mountains. There's a hill nearby. I wonder if that'll be mountainous enough. What is that noise? Give me one sec. There's a beeping or something nearby. Let me check.
Great job making it to shore. Hills often lead to larger mountains nearby, so it's definitely worth checking out. You might find a nice elevation for your castle. Plus, you could scout the area for other resources while you're exploring. Let's see what you can discover in that direction. Keep an eye out for anything that looks promising.
Alright, I figured it out. Did Steph already toggle? She did. Alright, Steph, it looks like this mountain up here is kind of a good place to start. Let's see if this is a nice place for our castle. Water.
Ooh, a castle. That sounds epic. Do you think we should go for a grand design or something cozy? I love the idea of a throne room with a view.
I'm thinking something rather grand and opulent, so we're gonna go with a medieval era style. So probably something big and grandiose.
Yes! Medieval opulence is the way to go. Imagine all the details we can add. Tapestries, a chandelier, and maybe even a secret room. Should we include a dragon in the designs too?
If we want to. Okay, so the top of this mountain is okay, but there's actually a diorite mountain nearby. Do you want to see if that would look better? Oh, little fox.
A diorite mountain? That sounds intriguing. I'm totally down to check it out. We could find some amazing views for our castle there. Plus, imagine the potential for a dragon lair.
Well, there is a little cave as well right under the diorite mountain. It looks like it's a fungal cave. Oh, excuse me.
A fungal cave? That sounds super cool. We could use it as a creepy dungeon or something. I love the idea of combining the castle with some mysterious dark areas. Are you thinking about exploring the cave first, or starting the castle on the mountain?
Let's inspect the cave a little bit. This would be like a dungeon or something, or like you said, a dragon's lair.
Yes, let's do it. Exploring the cave first sounds like a blast. I can just picture it. Creepy sounds, glowing fungi, and maybe some hidden treasures. Let's see if we can find some cool surprises down there.
Alright, it looks like it's actually pretty basic. It's just a little hollow that goes underneath the whole mountain. But the mountain, the biome is called the Yosemite Cliffs. It looks like it's part of a mod. Hi, foxes. Skin.
Yosemite Cliffs? That sounds awesome. I love when mods add unique biomes like that. It makes exploring so much more exciting. Even if the cave is basic, we could totally spice it up with some decorations and make it our own. What do you think we could add to give it some character?
Well, it's a basic shape. The cave in and of itself isn't particularly basic, though. It's got like a bunch of, hold on, there's a word.
Oh, I get what you mean. Sometimes the simplest shapes can lead to the coolest designs. If it has those unique features, we can definitely work with it. Maybe we could add some hidden pathways or a little waterfall for ambiance. What kind of creatures do you think we might find lurking around here?
There were some zombies in the cave, but since it's a fungal cave, it's got a bunch of like mushroom trees and stuff like that. A lot of, I think there was a lot of glow lichen.
Zombies and mushroom trees? That's so cool. We can definitely turn this into something fun and spooky. The glow lichen sounds perfect for setting a mysterious vibe. Should we set up some traps for the zombies, or do you think we should just embrace the chaos and let them roam free?
I think we should leave them be. By the way, the top of this mountain would be fantastic for our castle. but I'm not really sure how to get started. What do we do first?
Don't worry, we'll figure it out together. First, we should map out the layout of the castle, the main entrance where the throne room will go, and maybe some towers. Then we can gather materials like stone and wood to start building. How about we have a little brainstorming session on what rooms we absolutely need?
I more so meant like how big it's gonna be and if we should like flatten out the area where we want it to go.
Gotcha. Flattening the area would definitely help in figuring out the size. We could make it as big or as compact as we want. Maybe we could start with a small section and expand from there. What dimensions are you thinking? Like a massive fortress or something more cozy and intimate?
Definitely massive. We want it to be a big, grand thing. So let me head back up to the top of the mountain. I started wandering around in search of iron. So let me head back up and let's see if we can't get a starting point. Oh, hi, cutie.
A massive castle it is. I love that vision. While you search for iron, I can gather some materials and start laying out a foundation at the top. Plus, I can keep an eye out for any mobs trying to sneak up on us. Let's meet up at the top and get this started.
Okay, so I'm thinking we should flatten. There's a bunch of calcite and diorite up here, but I'm thinking we should flatten from this end all the way to this back corner over here and make it kind of a long area. There's not too much we'll have to terraform in that case because we can work it into the natural standing of the environment. Yeah, okay, so if we cut it off at over here.
That sounds like a
We can just
solid
build
plan.
into this as the
Working with the
bottom.
natural landscape will make it feel more integrated. I love the idea of a long area. It gives us plenty of room to get creative. Let's just make sure we have enough space for all the grand features we want. Should we start with marking out the corners? Or do you want to dive right into flattening first?
So I already know one side is gonna be over here, so let's just pick how far this way we're gonna take it. Maybe this is the corner. We also need to make a
Okay,
path.
how about we start with a length that feels a bit more spacious? We can always adjust later if we need to. Let's say we go for about 15 blocks out from this side. Sound good? Once we have that down, it'll be easier to decide where everything else goes.
I'll be right back, y'all. Hey gamers, I am actually not feeling super great today, so I'm just gonna hop off for the day. I will be back bright and early on Thursday though, so I will see you all in